How did you become intellectual in financing and saving?
Mhm.
Is it something that you just learned that as you was going, or you was always that person?
It really started the opposite, because when you don't have money, you stack up 10,000, and the first thing you think is, I'm going to flip this 10,000, make it 20.
Okay.
Which usually ends up 0.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
And look, it went from giving a friend $17,000 to buy a brick of cocaine and that money disappearing to, this guy I knew, Johnny Hooks, this big real estate guy. I gave him some money for a property. That money disappeared. He got busted by the police. I never saw that money again. Someone who I was involved in a relationship with, she said she knew this big finance guy, and if I gave her this money, he's going to turn to something else. That money disappeared. So I kept losing all my money trying to do these schemes. And it got to the point where once Vlad TV started to take off and real money started coming in, because this was like little money before.
Okay.
Right? This was 10, 15,000, whatever. But now hundreds of thousands were coming in, millions were going to come in.
Right.
I said, I can't keep doing this dumb shit. I can't keep losing everything. How do rich people actually make real money? And I saw there was a stock market.
Okay.
So then I saw, okay, well, who's the Michael Jordan of stock investing? And it was Warren Buffett.
Okay.
So I read his book. I read the book that he learned from. I read all the other stuff. I started watching his videos. And I said, okay, I could do this. This is how real money is made.
Okay.
So I just taught myself with my own money.
Okay.
First, I had a financial advisor. I realized that was a waste of time.
Waste of time. They just want your money.
Yeah, and they put you in stuff where they make commissions off of it and so forth. So, I basically just did it myself. And this started in 2010.
Okay.
So you got to think, we're now 16 years into it.
Right.
This portfolio has grown year after year after year. And I always would pour more money into the portfolio.
Right.
And I would always live below my means. Look, I could have bought a Rolls Royce.
Right.
But I drive a Tesla.
Yes.
Now, I don't drive a buggy car.
Now, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
What keeps you humble? Because I know how much you make, or kinda, right?
Yeah.
We talk. You can't do the shit that you talk to me about and be a broke motherfucker.
No.
So, what keeps you humble? Because you respect money? Because I need the audience to understand.
I respect,
respect
money. I respect money. $100 is still $100.
That's motherfucking right.
Now, you get to a point where spending money becomes strategic as opposed to survival based.
Yes.
I could sue someone to prove a point, right?
Yes.
I couldn't do that 10 years ago.
Okay.
But now I could sue someone to prove a point.
Yes.
Right? I could also give someone a certain amount of money that they may not necessarily deserve at that moment, but I felt they need it.
Okay.
And it doesn't affect me very much.
Yes.
So I'm able to do that without feeling like, well, I'm going to need that back.
Okay.
Right? These days, at this point in my life, if I give someone some money, I don't assume it's going to come back.
Okay.
Oftentimes it does.
Yes.
And it's cool. It's almost like a bonus. It's almost like winning
That's
money,
so true.
on the slot machine. But I am at the point where I can help people out. And but I still look, like, if I'm looking at flights and I fly first class, if a flight is $1,000 more, I will take the later flight and sleep on the plane to save $1,000. Now I have $1,000. $1,000 doesn't make a difference, but I am going to the same place. So
respect.
Yeah, because I respect the money.
Respect.
Because that $1,000 that I save on my own flight, that could help someone out significantly.
Right. Or it can buy you a better dinner. The $1,000 you spent, you could use that to food, take somebody out.
Yeah.
Instead of wasting it.
Right.
And
exactly.
that strategy.
Yeah, no, I respect money, man. I respect money. And look, do I buy certain things that people think are frivolous? Absolutely.
Yeah.
100%. But it's not a big deal to buy those things. I've always been good. Like, look, I remember when I moved to New York in 2002, I was broke.
Okay.
Sleeping on couches. Finally got a really nasty studio apartment in Borough Park. And I remember I had a Rolex from when I had money before.
Yeah.
It was like a Datejust, nothing too fancy.
Okay.
But I remember I would never wear it because I'm broke.
Respect.
Why am I wearing a Rolex taking a girl out to dinner and I can't really pay. I will go down and say, listen, I don't got it. Like, we gonna have to split it. Like, but I'm wearing a Rolex. It's stupid to me.
So
you know, I've always liked designer clothes, but for most of my life, I couldn't afford them.
Okay.
So I never bought them.
Right.
It'd be cool to get some Gucci shoes, but yo, them shits is $1,200.
Right.
I'm at the sale rack at Foot Locker,
and I
right?
like your kicks you got on now.
Yeah. I guess, you know, now I'm fresh.
If you know, you know.
Right, but like now, if I buy something expensive, like, you know, I have like the Louis Vuitton, like the leather, all Louis Vuitton with the fur. It was like $10,000.
Okay.
And it was like, it's the most I've ever spent on a single article of clothing, but $10,000 is not a big deal to me right now.
Right, that's beautiful.
And it's a dope jacket. I'm going to wear it in an interview or wear it on the red carpet.
Right.
It's going to create its own energy, and it's a business expense also,
Mm-hmm.
right? And, you know, having a business, especially if you're an entertainer, you can really write off a lot of stuff because it really is business expenses.
It
like,
don't
you know,
cost you shit.
I mean, it costs you.
It costs you, but you get
it's
it
not,
back.
It's not post-taxes.
Right.
Like, you know, you're not buying it after paying taxes.
Right.
So it's like, look, yeah, I bought these shoes. They're nice, but I'm going to take a picture of these shoes, and now this is part of my wardrobe.
Right.
So now if the IRS wants to audit me, it's like, well, what about these shoes? Well, here they are in a picture.
That's right.
And I'm getting interviewed wearing these shoes. This
right.
is wardrobe. So yeah, man, I respect money. I'll always respect money. I never feel like I'm going to blow money. I don't go to casinos. I don't gamble.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
no vices.
Listen, I interview. I mean, we all got vices.
No, I don't have no vices.
None?
None.
Zero.
I'm the most boringest motherfucker on the planet. And people don't...
Women are not a vice.
Nah, because I don't fuck with them no more like that.
Okay.
I cut the female thing down. Put it like this. When I was your age, I was a hoe.
So you had vices, but at this point...
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when I say I'm down to zero, my sex life will say on a scale of 1 to 20, maybe 17.
Now or before?
No, back then.
Yeah.
My sex life night was 0.00 motherfucker 1.
Really? So you just don't care about sex anymore?
I do care about it. But what you have seen, and you've seen it, I work so much. I'm in a different city every day that my discipline has to be on point. Like, by the time I do a show, I do what I need to do, pictures or whatever. Now, I still can fuck like I used to back in the day, but I love waking up being refreshed, being prepared.
Yeah. Women are definitely a vice for me. I'm not gonna.
Okay, no.
I'm not gonna pretend like they're
and listen,
not.
and I want
I smoke
you.
weed too.
Yeah, and
I mean, not to the point where it's like excessive, but you know,
I don't want you to
smoke
act
weed
60-something years old. I'm 60-something years old.
Yeah.
What you're saying is absolutely right.